you came back to die with your city.
The city of Gotham, Bane, is not a single entity to be claimed, owned, or even possessively referred to as one's own in the manner you suggest. Gotham is a vast and complex tapestry woven from countless privately owned properties, the majority of which, as it happens, are held by individuals and entities entirely unrelated to my own interest or financial ventures. Indeed, while it is true that I maintain a more significant portfolio of real estate than the median citizen, this fact alone does not grant me the proprietorship of the entire city, nor does it imbue me with any legitimate claim to refer to Gotham as my city. To assert such a claim, as you have suggested, would not only be disingenuous, but also categorically erroneous, a flagrant affront to the principles of logic and reason. This assertion would be akin to the logical fallacy known as a non sequitur, a conclusion that fails to follow logically from the premise upon which it is purportedly based. In this context, such a conclusion could not be sustained when subjected to even the most cursory examination of the facts. Moreover, we must consider that Gotham is governed by democratically elected officials, individuals who have been chosen by the populace to represent their interests and manage the city's affairs. Therefore, it would be far more accurate and certainly more appropriate to describe Gotham as the People's City, as its governance, and by extension its identity, are derived from the collective will of its residents. However, let us entertain a counter-argument, acknowledging the significant and pervasive influence of organized crime, along with the insidious effects of systemic political corruption. One might contend that the democratic process in Gotham has been severely compromised, perhaps to the point of being entirely undermined. If this were indeed the case, the city might more fittingly be described as the mob city, owing to the control exerted by criminal enterprises over its political and economic institutions. Now turning to the latter portion of your rather presumptuous declaration, it should be manifestly obvious to any rational observer that I did, in fact, not come back to die, either in the general sense or more specifically in the context of some misguided martyr-like sacrifice for the city. On the contrary, I have taken decisive measures to prevent the detonation of the highly unstable thermonuclear device you have so recklessly wielded as a tool of terror. The prospect of me journeying across a significant geographical distance, breaching the fortified perimeter established by a martial blockade, navigating a metropolis besieged by a terrorist organization led by none other than yourself, all of this merely to perish in a location which, as we have previously established, does not even belong to me, is patently absurd. In conclusion, Bane, every facet of your statement is not only incorrect, but also unfounded. Even when we generously entertain hypothetical scenarios more favorable to your argument than those upon which it was initially constructed, the assumptions underpinning your declaration are entirely without merit, devoid of any logical or factual basis. In summation, no, I have not returned to die for this city. I came back to stop you.